And so they hired a residential real estate agent, listed it on the MLS for $250, and immediately sold it for $250. Wow.
So the first deal, did you get it or did Andre get it?
It was me. You want me to walk you through the story?
I do, yeah.
It was a bizarre story. And it wasn't even from any of my marketing. Like, that's the funny part of the story. But I had a commercial, so my last stop in corporate America, I was a commercial real estate agent. And so I knew, and I'd had a kind of a leadership role in the commercial brokerage. So I knew about 10 or 15 commercial real estate agents. And one of them had a really weird property. And it was like a hybrid, it was a single family home, but it wasn't on like a half acre, it was on 2.5 acres. And it was near like a post office, kind of tucked back, like in this little acreage that kind of got left over when some things developed commercially. And so it had been listed by 4 different commercial real estate agents for like 3 years. And they listed it for like 400 and then down to 350. And then he listed it for like 275 or something. And it was listed by him for like a year. And then he just let me know about it. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll make an offer on it and you can write my offer. And I offered something crazy low. I mean, it was like 90, because I was very uncertain what I was gonna do with the property, you know? And we built back and forth for a while, and I was like, well, I'll give you an offer that's, you know, I gotta have 2 weeks due diligence, and I'll do 140. So they finally came down from 180, which is where they were, to 140. This is a great story. I'm so glad you asked me about this. So I ended up deciding to wholesale the property to another 2 guys. Their names were Jimmy and Marcus. And they went and looked at the property, and they offered me $182,000, which I was like, remember, I hadn't made any money in 5 months. So I accepted their offer, double closed, which simply means I just bought the property for 140 and then sold it for 182.
And they didn't know how much you made because you double closed.
Yes, but even if they had known, they wouldn't have cared, because here's the funny part of the story. They turned around and listed the property was formerly listed, but it was on commercial real estate networks like CoStar and LoopNet. They turned around and listed the property on the MLS, which a commercial agent wouldn't typically do that. And so they hired a residential real estate agent, listed it on the MLS for $250, and immediately sold it for $250. Wow. Bigger buyer pool. Yeah, which is just, it's funny how the value chain works in real estate. And but for me, that deal was a wonderful respite from not having made any money for 5 months. And then I was off to the races.